Well, in other news, I've been following the SNEAK0. Dude, I'm so happy with this man being Muslim, bro. It's just so funny because this guy was hating on Islam and that he is like super duper Muslim. He was actually streaming in Medina though. I thought it was funny. He was streaming in Medina, and like Saudi police just like cut off his streamer and like kicked him out of like the area he was in because he had tattoos.
What do you mean? What area was he in? Like was he?
I think
like
he was close to like the Prophet's grave. So
the Prophet's grave,
yeah,
or like the masjid of the Prophet, like.
Not entirely sure. Actually, no. Maybe like more like probably the Masjid of the Prophet. It looks like Masjid of Kufa behind him. Like that was a
Masjid of Nabawi, maybe.
Yeah, I just know like the Saudi police came, right? He was like with one of these other Muslim influencers guys we've seen before. And the police were like, "Bro, like what are you doing?" And the guy was explaining like, "No, he's a Muslim, he's a revert," but they're like upset with his tattoos. Right? So like it made me think about. I thought it would be interesting for us, right? Because like, It kind of talks about the commentary of like how, like, man, we see these people convert, right? And like, people convert, they have good intentions, and like, what brings them to Islam is the things that we're doing right. But then like, I just think it's important to point out how much we're doing so wrong. Like, why would you kick someone out of a masjid for having tattoos? Like, why isn't the first thought that goes through your head saying he got them before he became Muslim?
To be fair, if you went to a certain bathhouses in Japan,
yeah,
you're also getting kicked out because of your tattoo. So like that's like my point is like there's like a religious component here, but then there's also like a cultural thing as well. Because I have a hard time believing that people of the same madhab in America would react the same way to like someone being in a holy site, right? To a convert, to them seeing a convert with tattoos. Like the context is like completely.
Well, no, I disagree because it's like, this is a holy site. This is supposed to be a place for like everyone, right? Like you have to be, come on, like you're near the Kaaba where every Muslim on earth comes to, you got to get used to seeing other looking Muslims. Like how are you that close-minded, right? Not to say tattoos aren't haram.
I mean, who knows?
Yeah. According to, or at least our school of thought,
mm-hmm.
So I think SNEAK0 is probably going to get roped into some like Shia debates or something. I mean, he always debates and he always gets he's so open-minded. Like he's too open-minded. He's going to talk to somebody who's like Shia.
Did you see his speaker's corner debate with a Christian dude?
No.
It was so bad. But anyways, SNEAK0, I say this. I heard this from another streamer, and I said this to Matty, and Matty disagrees. But I think SNEAK0 is one of those people that is so open-minded that their head has literally opened up and their brain has fallen out. And I think Joe Rogan sometimes suffers from this too, which is like, I'm so open-minded to different ideas, right, that I can be convinced of almost anything, even if it doesn't make sense. So that's my main gripe with SNEAK0. Also, maybe things are changing now, but similar to Andrew Tate, I was a little bit skeptical of like how serious the conversion thing was, especially when it doesn't really seem like there's been much of like a behavioral change.
I've been following him on Twitter. I see like he's actually been trying to improve and stuff. He's like, I mean, he still tweets stupid stuff, but like he's definitely toned down the ignorance, and even like the people he's having on stream and stuff, like he's not, from what I've seen, like hanging out with OnlyFans chicks and all like different kind of stuff. He's like trying to curse less. Like it's wholesome vibes.
Yeah,
it was funny. There was a clip. He was like, my mom was watching me on stream and she heard me curse, and she was like, aren't you supposed to be not cursing during Ramadan? Like he was like, yeah, you're right.
That's funny.
I heard something like there's like a clip of like Andrew Tate. I don't know, like I don't follow Andrew Tate like on like whatever socials. Like I see the re-uploaded things, right? But like I think he was like with Aiden Ross or something, and he was like drinking or eating, and he was like fasting, and Aiden I think was like, yo, ain't you supposed to be fasting Ramadan? Like